Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about the basic tenets of Christianity and its views on the incarnation and resurrection. I'm going to be really quick, I'm going to get straight to it. The incarnation, the doctrine of the incarnation entails that Jesus is fully God and fully human. The incarnation implies three facts. One, the divine person of Jesus Christ. Two, the human nature of Jesus Christ. And three, the hypostatic union of the human with the divine nature in the divine person of Jesus Christ. Without diminishing his divinity, he added to it all that is involved in being human. Now, the deity of Christ, and I got these quotes that I am about to read from carm.com. It's .org, carm.org, and the article is on essential doctrines of Christianity. So Jesus is God in flesh, right? So we know of his human nature. He is the Son of God. He is the Word made flesh. And we have references from the Bible. One is John 8, verse 58, Exodus 3, verse 14. So that would be the prophecy of Jesus Christ, some Christians would say. And I'm going to be reading 1 John chapter 4, verses 2 to 3. This is how you can recognize the Spirit of God. Every spirit that acknowledges that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God. But every spirit that does not acknowledge Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you have heard is coming and even now is already in the world. The above verse needs to be cross-referenced with John 1, verse 1 and 14, also written by John, where he states that the Word was God and the Word became flesh. So even what we can say, right? Because a lot of contention is with Muslims and Jews and even non-religious people. The issue that they have with the Christians is that they say Jesus is God. Some people even argue Jesus didn't even exist. So right here, this scripture that I read, even if you have a hard time believing Jesus is God, right? Let's take that out of the equation. To acknowledge that the story of Jesus is paramount and super important in showing the metamorphosis, the growth of a human being and what we can strive to be in this world, and what how important sacrifice is and loving thy neighbor is. If we cannot acknowledge that message that Jesus Christ brought is not imperatively important, then yeah, you can say that is the spirit of the Antichrist, or the spirit of opposition to what is good. Because I think anybody who wants, to live a good life and wants that for others would agree that the story of Jesus Christ, just the story itself, is a beautiful story about love and sacrifice and good works. And so, going on to the next portion, resurrection of Christ. So, this is another huge tenet of Christianity, and I'm going to again read from one of my sources, carm.org, the same article, Essential Doctrines of Christianity. Here, there's a quote from 1 Corinthians 15:14, and if Christ has not been raised, our preaching is useless and so is your faith. So everything will be in vain if he had not rose from the dead. And this is kind of what sparked the rise the growth of the Christian faith in the ancient Judea world, and some would argue that without that, we wouldn't even be talking about Christianity today. So, to deny the physical resurrection is to deny that Jesus' work was a satisfactory offering to God the Father. It would mean that Jesus was corrupt and needed to stay in the grave, but he did not stay because his sacrifice was perfect. These verses clearly state that if you say that Jesus did not rise from the dead in the same body he died in, that comes from John 2nd chapter verses 19 to 21, then your faith is useless. So again, that is very important, that you believe in the resurrection, you believe in the deity and human nation of Jesus Christ, and that he is the incarnation of God, the Word. And so that's just giving you a little taste of Christian tenets and where it comes from, scriptures that back it up, and why Christians believe what they believe. Okay, thank you so much, and stay tuned for the next video, which will more than likely be on the worldview of theology and law of non-contradiction. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye now.